Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the 12-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the winless Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The Vikings are coming off a dominating 59-24 win over the Hayward Hurricanes on January 8th, while the Hilltoppers are coming off a 79-17 loss to the Elkmount Mounders on Monday. The Vikings are also coming off a COVID-imposed layoff, making it so the Vikings haven't played in 12 days. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Glenwood City Hilltoppers and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Serrar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Glenwood City Hilltoppers and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are coming into this game with a record of 12 wins and 1 loss and are 5-0 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. They're looking to get back into action following their COVID layoff, as well as keep building following their 59-24 win over the Hayward Hurricanes back on January 8th. Now, in that game, the Vikings were able to utilize their balanced scoring as 9 Viking players tallied points, and the entire lineup saw significant playing time. They were led by 5'7" senior Maddie Barstead, who hit on 5 field goals, 2 free throws, and 2 3-pointers for 18 points. She was followed by McKenna Shipman, who hit 6 field goals and a free throw for 13 points. Emily Bertram Schofield and Ainsley Olson contributed 9 and 5 points, respectively. Thus far on the season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Shipman, who is averaging over 15 points per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's putting up over 11 points per game. Also leading contributors include Bertram Schofield with nearly 10 points per game, as well as Jillian Bovey and Jasmine Best, who are adding nearly 6 points per game. Leading the way rebounding for the Vikings is Shipman, who's grabbing 7 rebounds per game. Also making her presence felt is Barstead, who's pulling down an average of 5 boards per game, as well as Bertram Schofield, Jeanette Hajdukovic, and Olson, who's averaging around 4 rebounds per game each. Now, on Monday, the Hilltoppers were soundly defeated by the Elkmount Mounders 79-17. That moves their record to 0-15 on the season, and they're 0-7 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. Leading the way for Glenwood City in that game was freshman Kaylin Kurtz, who put up 11 of the team's 17 points. Leading the way for the Hilltoppers so far this season is senior Kendall Schultz, along with Isabel Davis, who are averaging 7 points per game each. Now, for the Vikings, aside from working towards picking up another conference win, they need to work to get rid of any rust from their 12-day COVID layoff. In this game, it appears as though the Vikings should be able to put to good use their overall solid team play, as the Vikings are averaging 61 points per game compared to Glenwood City's 27. Defensively, the Vikings are giving up 39 points per game, while the Hilltoppers allow 55. The last time these two teams met, back on December 2nd, the Vikings came out on top 76-21. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Once again, we're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Serrar. And Coach, if you change one letter in the term last week, it becomes lost week. And that's what it was for the Vikings, with COVID grounding the team for 2 games. Unfortunately, this wasn't like a vacation where you can still have regular practices. What kind of challenges did this present for you as a coach working with the kids, and how did the girls deal with the COVID layoff?
You know, we actually were able to practice with all of the girls who weren't sick. So we still, got quite a bit done. We were definitely smaller in numbers. But we still had a couple great practices under our belt with the girls who were able to be there.
Now, are you at all concerned about the girls needing to knock off some rust with that? It was a long layoff. Anytime you take, consecutive days off, I think there's always going to be a time period where you have to kind of get back into things. But we've had almost everybody since Monday. So we were able to get, 3 great practices under our belt before finally getting able to play a game again. Now, tonight, the Vikings are going to take on a team that you defeated back on December 2nd, 76-21 in the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. What can you tell us about the Hilltoppers, and have they done anything to change who they are since December 2nd?
I think, like I always say, I'm never, going to talk down on a team or anything, but they are struggling. I think they're trying to right the ship. I'm not really very familiar with their coach, but I know he's been a high school coach in the past and has done some very good things. So I think he's trying to turn it around. I think that they're just struggling, and, trying to learn a new system can be difficult. I'm happy that we're able to, come in and play this game with a little bit, less higher of a stakes than maybe another opponent. And I'm, excited to see our girls back on the floor.
Now, there's 3 things that come to mind when it comes to tonight's game. First, the Vikings have a really big game coming up on Saturday with the 5-0 Elkmont Mounders. And second, tonight they're taking on a team that they handled quite easily earlier this year. And third, to pile on those other 2, they're coming off that COVID layoff. Now, those 3 things combined are kind of like a perfect storm and could lead this to being a trap game for the Vikings. Your thoughts about that possibility?
I think that we have quite a few girls who are, have been around the block and know what it takes and have a lot of, game experience. And I'm not worried at all about how, tonight's going to go, and I think it's even given us more of a chance to prepare for Saturday. So I'm excited that, we were able to have a couple more days to go over their press and make sure that we, are ready for that.
Well, Coach Serrar, good luck on tonight's game. It sure is good to see the girls getting back on the floor again. Hopefully the Vikings will be able to get rid of any rust they might have and keep things rolling as they strive for that Dunn St. Croix Conference Championship.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to get back into action and earn another victory as they strive for a fourth consecutive Dunn St. Croix Conference title. On the other hand, the Hilltoppers would simply like to get into the winning column and pull off a huge upset in the conference. So the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where Dan Petchow and I will bring you all the action of today's girls' game between the Colfax Vikings and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Touchdown! Oh, you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Adielski's pass gets intercepted. Barstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net this time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Barstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. Good evening and welcome to Colfax High School, and yes, we are back at it with girls basketball. No more COVID layoffs, and we're ready for some action here. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera, and the Viking girls are getting ready to take on the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. And the varsity girls are warming up down to our right. 13-1 on the season, looking to continue and make a continued run towards a fourth consecutive Dunn St. Croix Conference Championship, and a pretty nice warm-up game for a big game coming up on Saturday. But you know what, Dan, we don't have time to be looking ahead to that game. We got one to take care of tonight.
Yeah, Glenwood City's in town. Colfax headed the last time they met. That was in Glenwood City. I think tonight's just going to be box out, rebound, take care of the ball, get the win, then take care of business.
And polish up any rust that might happen to be in the system, get that taken care of.
Yeah,
we're ready to roll.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of condition they are in tonight. You know, after watching the boys play the other night, and they looked a little gassed. So we'll see how the girls look tonight.
And the junior varsity didn't look like they were feeling any ill effects from the COVID layoff as they defeated Glenwood City 67-2. Yeah, you heard that right, 67-2. We got about 3 minutes before the start of this game, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a brief time out. When we come back, Dan's going to have the starting lineups for this one, and then we'll be ready to play. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
January is Financial Wellness Month. Weight loss and physical fitness are common New Year's resolutions, but your finances could probably stand to be leaner as well. Dairy State Bank will post tips all month on Facebook and Twitter to help you get your finances in shape. You can also access a library of information anytime in our online education center. Visit DairyStateBank.com and click on the Education Center under the Resources tab. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at Colfax High School where the girls are getting ready to take on the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. And Dan, why don't you tell us who's playing in tonight's game?
Yeah, here's the starters for Glenwood City. They're going to go with senior number 4, Kendall Schutz. Junior number 5, Libby Wagner. Sophomore number 12, Michaela Blazer. Freshman number 40, Kaylin Kurtz. And freshman number 52, Isabel Davis. For the Colfax Vikings, they're going to go with senior number 12, Jillian Bovey. 5'7" senior number 22, Maddie Barstead. 5'7" senior number 24, Emily Burcham Schofield. 5'6" junior number 32, Jasmine Best. And 5'7" sophomore, number 42, McKenna Shipman.
So this is almost a tale of the seniors versus the really young squad for Glenwood City. They've got a senior and a junior, a couple freshmen, and a sophomore, whereas the Vikings have 4 seniors and a sophomore. So the experience definitely is in the advantage of the Vikings.
Yeah,
and go ahead, Dan.
We'll see how Glenwood City coach Dean Belante got him ready for tonight.
And keep an eye on Kaylin Kurtz. She was their leading scorer in their last game. As well as Isabel Davis is one of their leading scorers as well. We're going to send it down to the scorers table. We're going to get the national anthem in just a moment. As we're getting ready to get things started. You're right, it's going to be really curious to see how the girls come out after that long layoff. They have not played since January 8th, if I have that. That was the game against Hayward. All right, let's go down to the scorers table.
Would everyone please stay at the table? Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart onto the flag. As the national anthem is sung by Colfax High School students, Nathan Basil, Adrian Beebe, and David Paulson. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
that was our national anthem. And now we'll send it right back down to the scores table for today's starting lineup.
Welcome to Colfax High School for tonight's Dunn St. Croix girls basketball matchup between the Glenwood City Hilltoppers and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for the Hilltoppers, number 4 senior Kendall Schutz. Number 5 sophomore Libby Baker. Number 12 sophomore Blake Blaser. Number 40 freshman Caitlin Kurtz. And number 52 freshman Isabel Davis. The Hilltoppers are led by Coach Steve Galante. And now the starting lineup for your Colfax Vikings. At guard, receiver, Jillian Bovey. At guard, receiver, 22, Madison Barstead. At guard, receiver, 24, Emily Schofield. At guard, receiver, 32, Jasmine Ness. And at forward, the sophomore, number 42, Hannah Shipman.
And so there's your starting lineups for tonight's game for the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Schutz, Wagner, Blaser. That's Schutz, Wagner, Blaser. Kurtz and Davis. And for the Vikings, the usual starting five. Bovey, Barstead, Bertram, Schofield, Best, and Shipman. And McKenna Shipman will be jumping center for the Vikings. And we're waiting for the Hilltoppers. Here they come. Isabel Davis stepping into the center circle for the Hilltoppers. The official steps in. Ball goes up. Tip controlled by the Vikings. Barstead over to Best and across the timeline. Passes it over to the right side to Bovey. Back out to Best. Back to Bovey, back to Best. Over to Barstead on the left. Cross-court pass to Bovey, puts up a three off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Glenwood City. Coming down the floor was Schutz, and she lost the handle, and the Vikings come right back. Barstead loses the handle, but gets it out to Bertram Schofield. Drives to the lane from the left side, puts it up, no good. Rebound being battled for, it's out of bounds. Last touch by Shipman. And it goes to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Kurtz to inbound it. It gets it to Schutz. Back over to Kurtz. Vikings putting on pressure. Schutz with it. Gets it across the timeline. Gets into a little bit of trouble there. Gets it to Wagner. On the right side. Gets it out high to Blaser. Over to Schutz. To Wagner, to Blaser between the circles. Blaser's pass is batted, but right back into her hands. Schutz has it, takes it to the left side, gets it to Wagner in the paint, puts up the shot, it's no good. Rebound, chased down by Bertram Schofield, and down the floor come the Vikings. Best on the dribble. Gets it over to the left side to Barstead. Barstead feeds it down into the left corner to Bertram Schofield. Tries to feed it underneath, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we might be seeing a little bit of that rustiness.
Yeah.
Passes just aren't as crisp as they usually are.
Yeah, it'll take them a little bit to get in the rhythm here.
Inbound pass to Barstead, puts a shot up off the front of the iron, no good. Going right back up with it is Shipman, but they're saying the foul occurred before the shot. The foul's on Isabel Davis. It's the first foul on anybody or anything. So the Vikings will inbound it. High pass to Best. She takes it into the lane, and we're going to get a foul on the drive. And the foul is going to be on Libby Wagner. It's her first, second team foul on Glenwood City. Shipman with it. Gets it to Barstead in the lane, feeds it underneath to Bertram Schofield, and then back out to Shipman, who took a step before she put it to the floor. So it's a traveling call, and Glenwood City will have it. Vikings putting on full court pressure. Pass comes in to Schutz. She dribbles it down, pulls up her dribble, passes across the timeline. Kurtz has it on the right side, gets it back to Schutz. To Wagner, out between the circles, hands it off to Blaser, over to Schutz on the right, to Wagner, down in the right corner. Out to Blaser. Feeds it down underneath to Davis. Can't quite grab a hold of it. And then she gets it out to Schutz, to Blaser. Turnaround jumper is in by Kurtz, and the first points of the game are by Glenwood City. Vikings bring it down the floor. Best feeds it down into the left corner to Bertram Schofield. Takes it into the lane. We get a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Libby Wagner. It's her third team foul. Coming into the game is Jenna McCarthy for Glenwood City as Wagner takes a seat. Vikings inbound to Shipman. She lays it up and in. We're all tied at 2. 15:23 to go. Down the floor come the Hilltoppers. They get it across the timeline. McCarthy has it, and we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow is in favor of the Hilltoppers. Kurtz to inbound. Gets it into Schutz, who takes it across the timeline. Over on the right side. Now she's kind of bottled up there. Feeds it in toward the elbow to McCarthy. Then to Kurtz, puts the shot up and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds, last touched by the Hilltoppers. It was batted away.
Yeah, good defense by McKenna Shipman there. Get the block for Colfax.
And down the floor come the Vikings. Best with it, feeds it off to the right side to Bovey, back out to Best. To Bertram Schofield, cross-court pass over to Barstead from 3, no. Rebound taken down by the Hilltoppers. Kurtz with it. Hands it off to Schutz. Schutz feeds it back over to Kurtz. Still in the backcourt. She takes it across the timeline. She's right at the timeline. Pass gets batted away and picked up by Blaser. And now we get it tied up. And possession arrows in favor of the Vikings. Ariana DeSmith into the lineup, giving Blaser a break. So Best with the ball, taking it across the timeline for the Vikings. To Bovey, back out to Best on the right side. Cross down to the left side to Bertram Schofield in the lane, turns around, puts it up, no good. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Barstead on the rebound. And from the expression on her face, I think she thought she got away with one, but kind of got caught with her hand in the cookie jar that time. Inbound pass to Schutz, and we have a whistle.
Quick whistle.
I think we're going to get a foul on Bovey. Yeah, foul on Bovey. So that's her second team foul on the Vikings. Inbound pass stolen by the Vikings. Gives it to Bovey. Lays it up, no good. Rebound by Shipman. But her pass gets taken away by Glenwood City. Schutz, puts it up, no good. Shipman gets the rebound. Down the floor come the Vikings. Bovey with it, takes it into the lane. She lays it up, it goes in, and she draws the harm.
Great shot. Split the defense. Got the end one.
Jillian Bovey at the line. Puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, taken down by the Vikings. Barstead with it. Dribbles around, takes it right back in the lane. Hook shot goes up and in. 6-0, Vikings on top. Down the floor come the Hilltoppers. To Smith with it, or check that. That's Davis. Her shot goes in and out, and rebound is tied up. It'll be Viking ball. As you're saying, it went out of bounds, and that's why it's Viking ball. We have a number of substitutions coming in for the Vikings. Olsen, Hajdukovic, and Heidorn are in. Best brings it down the floor, gets it over to Barstead, over to Olsen in the left corner. Feeds it underneath to Hajdukovic, back out to Barstead, puts up the three, no good. Rebound taken down by DeSmith. They get it over to Schutz, gets it across the timeline. She hands it off to McCarthy, then they swing it around to the left side, right through the hands of Blaser and out of bounds. So the Vikings have it. Best coming through the center circle. Over on the right side to Heidorn. Tries to feed it to a cutting Hajdukovic, but it went right into the hands of Kurtz. So the Hilltoppers have it on the right side. Shoots with it. Gets it out to Kurtz from the elbow. Shot is no good. Rebound chased down by Blaser. Shoots has it. High, wide, and left. Over to the right side to McCarthy. To Blaser at the right elbow. To DeSmith between the circles. Loses the handle, but picked up by Schutz. Schutz takes it down the left side, feeds it over to the right side. Shot goes up and in. That was Blaser. So it's 6-4, Vikings on top. Best with it. Now they get it out high. Three-pointer, no good by Heidorn. Rebound taken down by the Hilltoppers, and they're going to take a walk with it. Schutz is trying to send a lead pass down to Blaser, and Blaser wasn't looking when Schutz thought she should be, and it caused her to drag the pivot foot. So Heidorn on the dribble, across the timeline, feeds it over to the right side to Best. Back to Heidorn between the circles to Barstead on the right, or on the left to Best on the right, and the shot goes up, out of bounds, Viking ball. Olsen to inbound. Gets it into Best, over to Barstead, to Heidorn on the left. Back over to Best on the right. Best takes it down to the right baseline. We're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Little hip check.
Well, evidently it wasn't a foul.
Yep, 24.
Okay. I didn't see him go over and tell them. It was McCarthy on the foul, and it was Barstead on the made shot. 8-4, Vikings on top. Blaser with a three-pointer on the way, rattles around and off. Barstead with the rebound. Long pass to Olsen, can't quite get the handle, and out of bounds.
We've
got a timeout on the floor. Vikings 8, Hilltoppers 4, 11-12 to go. You're tuned to Viking basketball in the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Back here at Colfax High School, Glenwood City called a timeout. And they're going to have the ball. Kurtz to inbound. She feeds it in. Ball gets knocked loose, but picked up by Schutz. Feeds it into the forecourt to McCarthy. Over to the right side to Kurtz. Kurtz takes it over onto the right wing. Tries to get it out high. Ball gets intercepted by Bovey. Feeding it down to Shipman. Turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound taken away by the Hilltoppers. Down the floor comes Schutz. Schutz gets it to Kurtz on the right side. Puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound by Heidorn. Heidorn takes it down the right side, feeds it back out high to Bovey. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Glenwood City. I'll say this much, Dan. Viking girls are not getting in rebounding position right now. This is something they're going to have to get back in. They were doing a good job of that before that COVID break. They're going to have to get back into that.
Yeah, they've got to find a little rhythm right now.
Hilltoppers have it between the circle. McCarthy with it. Gets it over to the right side to Schutz. Then down underneath. Shot goes up and it goes in. That was by DeSmith. 8-6. Vikings up by 2. Feed it down to Hajdukovic. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Glenwood City. Inbound to Schutz. Feeds it into the forecourt, but it's intercepted by Olsen. Feeding it down to Shipman. Lays it up, and she overlays it. Bovey puts it up. It's no good. And down the floor comes Schutz. Spins, gets it across the timeline. McCarthy has it. Gets it out to DeSmith. High, wide, and right. Down to the free throw line. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Olsen. Her first. Third team foul on the Vikings. DeSmith to inbound. She's looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Blaser. Back out to DeSmith. Over to Kurtz. Takes it down the left side of the lane. Shot is no good. We get a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Hajdukovic. That's Jeanette's first personal. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. Shot goes up and no good. This is Kurtz at the line. Arstead, Bertram, Schofield, and Best are all in for the Vikings. Second shot on the way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Barstead. Takes it down, feeds it over to Bertram Schofield. She lays it up and in. 10-6, Vikings are on top. Glenwood City with it. They get it into the forecourt to McCarthy. To Blaser. Back to DeSmith on the right side. Ball gets taken away, and we get a whistle and a foul. Bovey took it away, and the foul is going to be on Glenwood City. Foul is on Schutz. Her first. Sixth team foul on Glenwood City, so the Vikings will be in the bonus. Best with it. Over to Bertram Schofield. And they swing it around, try to feed it into the lane. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on DeSmith. And that's going to put Barstead to the line for the 1-and-1.
Colfax starting to see a little rhythm now. Just got to get some shots to fall.
First shot is up. It's good. Arstead waiting for the ball for her second shot. It's on the way. It's also good. 12-6, Vikings up by 6.
Full court press.
Ball gets stolen away, and trying to go up with a shot is Shipman. She got fouled on her way up. That actually was going to look like an underhanded layup. A two-handed, underhanded layup.
Fouls on Kendall Schutz.
Again, her second. And this is a 1-and-1. Shot is up. It's good. Second shot on the way. Rolls around and in. 14-6. Girls are up by, Vikings are up by 8. And we have a jump ball called in the backcourt. Full court pressure is now starting to pay off. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Bovey to inbound. Gets it into Barstead, three-pointer. She hit the three! Maddie Barstead with the three-pointer. 17-6. Vikings are up by 11. And we have a timeout being called by Glenwood City. So with 8:14 to go in the first half, Vikings 17, the Hilltoppers 6. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
On those days when you're hankering for something that's delicious and nutritious, simply stop by FitFam Nutrition in Colfax. They serve Herbalife meal replacement shakes, metabolism-boosting teas and protein coffees. They taste as good as they sound, and they're healthy. Come and visit the Bentons and let them prepare for you a simply sweet treat, or something for the chocoholic or coffee lover in you. FitFem is a slam dunk. That's FitFem Nutrition, complete with one-on-one wellness coaching and business opportunities. 1020 University Avenue in Colfax.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Saturday, January 22nd when the Vikings make up their game at the Elk Mound Mounders, originally scheduled for January 11. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pre-game at 4:35 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Saturday, January 22nd.
That is a little bit of an unusual start time for that game on Saturday, but that way we get to be home in time to watch the Packer game that night.
Apparently there's another team better than the Colfax.
Well, we want to see both games. It's different sports.
Right. Yeah.
Hilltoppers with it, and they took an extra step under the pressure, and so the Vikings will have it. Just want to thank both Colfax and Elk Mound High Schools for making that possible. Best with it between the circles. Feeds it into the lane to Barstead. Takes a dribble. Bounce pass down to Shipman, who lays it up and in.
More full court press by Colfax.
Kurtz with it. Gets it to DeSmith. Feeds it to Schutz. Cross-court pass. Shot goes up. No good. And we have a whistle and a jump ball called. Davis put the shot up. It didn't quite get there. Shipman grabbed the ball. And Schutz had the better position. But Shipman already had her hands on it and came down on top of Schutz. Schutz didn't like that too much either. Now she's trying to inbound it. Gets it in toward Wagner, but it got knocked out of bounds by Bovey. So it'll still be Glenwood City ball. Schutz looking for somewhere to go. High pass into Kurtz. High wide and left. Hands it off to Wagner, over to Schutz. Between the circles to DeSmith. Now over to the right side to Wagner. To Kurtz. Turnaround jumper is no good. Shipman with the rebound. Down the floor she comes on the left side. Takes it into the lane. Tries to lay it up. It's no good. But she got a foul going in. So McKenna Shipman will go to the line. Her first shot's on the way, and it goes in. You know, I think the Viking quickness right now is what's causing those fouls. They're catching Glenwood City a step behind and then That's when you end up committing fouls.
Yeah, it seems like Colfax is getting that rust off.
Second shot on the way, and it's nothing but net. 21-6, Vikings on top. To Smith, hands it off to Schutz. Long lead pass, they get it down into the forecourt, but it gets taken away by the Vikings. Barstead with it, takes it right into the lane, stops, puts up the shot, no good. Bertram Schofield throws one up, no good. Shipman puts it up and in and gets fouled. And that's going to be a foul on Isabel Davis.
Is that her third?
It's her third personal. 10th team foul. First shot is up, no good. Actually, she would have only got one. That was a plus one. Pass gets stolen by Bovey. She lays it up and in. Inbound pass for Glenwood City. This is Blaser. Gets it back over to the Smith. Then to Wagner. Finally into the forecourt to Blaser on the right side. Cross-court pass over to Schutz. Loses the handle but gets it back. Out to DeSmith, to Davis, to Blaser, to Wagner. Three-pointer, no good. Barstead with the rebound, and she's streaking down the floor. Lays it up. It doesn't go in. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Glenwood City. But their lead pass is intercepted by Bertram Schofield. Feeds it to Shipman, who lays it in.
McKenna Shipman with 12 points.
And now Jillian Bovey feeds it over to Shipman. Bovey intercepted the pass, fed it to Shipman, and laid it in.
I stand corrected. 14 points.
She made a liar out of you. Glenwood City having trouble getting the ball into the forecourt. Now DeSmith has it. High, wide, and left. Gets it out between the circles to Blaser. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul, and I believe it's going to be on Best. It is. And let's see, we have Bovey, Barstead, and Best taking a seat as Heidorn, Olsen, and Hajdukovic come in for the Vikings. McCarthy gets it over to Schutz, high, wide, and right. Back to McCarthy down in the right corner. Bounce pass to Davis, back out to Kurtz. Her shot is no good. Rebound battled around. And we get a jump ball with a pair of 24s. Bertram Schofield and McCarthy getting all tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings, and down the floor they come. Heidorn with it. Gets it over to Bertram Schofield on the right. Back to Heidorn. To Shipman. Cross-court pass to Bertram Schofield. Takes it toward the lane. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Kicks it back out to Heidorn, but she couldn't quite find the handle. She was moving one way. The ball was just a little bit behind her and caused her to twist in a way she wasn't ready for. So Glenwood City has the ball. They bring it down the floor. Blaser with it. To Schutz. Over on the right side now to McCarthy. To Blaser at the top of the key. To Davis, back out high now. Schutz has it on the right side. To Blaser at the top of the key. Takes it around to the right side. Pulls up her dribble. Gets it to Kurtz at the free throw line. High off the glass, no good. Davis gets the rebound, puts it up, no good. Vikings have it. Heidorn quickly down the floor. Kicks it out to Bertram Schofield, three-pointer. She hit it! An in-rhythm shot that time. They hit Emily Bertram Schofield. She put on the brakes, pulled it straight up into a jump shot, and nailed it.
And she gets the foul.
Yes, she did commit a foul again then right away. And we have a timeout being called. Vikings 32, Glenwood City 6, 4:22 to go in the first half. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came here for!
Our next game will be on Friday, January 21st when the Vikings travel to Glenwood to take on the Glenwood City Wolves. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, January 21st.
Back here at Colfax High School. Hilltoppers with it. They get it to Schutz. Feeds it into the forecourt. Ball stolen by Olsen. She takes it down, lays it up, and it won't go in. Bertram Schofield with the follow-up. It doesn't go. She puts another one back up. It's no good. And we get a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a foul on Shipman. A little over the back on the rebound.
Her first.
And it's going to mean a bonus for Glenwood City. Kurtz will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Shot is on the way. It's a little short off the front of the iron. Vikings get it. Hydorn comes through the center circle. Feeds it over to the right side to Shipman. Shipman with a jumper from the baseline. No good. Rebound, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be a foul on Hajdukovic. She was trying to disengage and just couldn't. She had her arm kind of trapped in there.
Glenwood City has to take advantage of these free throws.
McCarthy at the line for the 1-1. First shot is on the way. No good. Rebound by Olsen. And Hydorn has it. She brings it across the timeline. Takes it over to the left side. Feeds it back over to the right to Shipman. Back over to the left to Hydorn. To Hajdukovic to Olsen from in the paint. No good. Rebound. Glenwood City has it. Davis came away with it, gets it over to Schutz. She brings it across the timeline between the circles. Over to the left side to Blaser, to Kurtz, back out to Blaser, outside the arc, on the left. Tries to go in, and we're going to get a traveling call.
Ooh. I don't think the ref saw the hand of Colfax on the ball.
Down the floor come the Vikings. They feed it over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. Cross-court pass to Hajdukovic, and she lays it up and in. First 2 points for Jeanette Hajdukovic. Vikings putting pressure on. Shoots with it. She gets trapped. Gets it out to the center. This is Kurtz with it. Now she's high, wide, and right. Bertram Schofield with some tenacious D on her. Schutz gets the ball. She's on the right wing. Out to the top of the key to Blaser. Back over to Schutz. Dribbles from outside the arc. Shot is no good. Rebound. Shipman has it. Bertram Schofield saved it into Shipman. Long lead pass down to Hajdukovic, who puts it up and in.
Yeah, good look by McKenna Shipman to find Jeanette.
And down the floor come the Hilltoppers. They're stuck in the backcourt. Feed it across. Now Kurtz has it at the elbow on the right side. Puts the jumper from there, and she hit it. Banked it off the glass, put it through the hole. 36-8.
She's got 4.
Vikings with it. Hajdukovic gets it out to Shipman, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound being chased down by Bertram Schofield. She saves it inbounds. They get it into the lane to Olsen, puts the shot up, no good. Hajdukovic with it, puts it back up and in. 38-8 with 1:40 to go in the first half. Down the floor come the Hilltoppers, and Isabel Davis banks it off the glass and puts it in.
Her first 2 points.
Vikings feed it over to the left side, now back over to the right to Hydorn. To Bertram Schofield from the corner, no good. Rebound taken down by Kurtz. And they get it over to Schutz. The Schutz comes across the timeline for the Hilltoppers. Feeds it over to the right side, now into the lane to Davis. Now to Schutz, drives the left side, no good. Davis comes down with a rebound. And taken away by Hajdukovic, and we get a timeout called by the Vikings. So with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings going to inbound the ball. Jetta Goodell into the lineup for the Vikings. Best over to Bovey, back over to Best on the right side. Feeds it into the lane. They get it to Olsen down along the baseline. She overlays it. And we have a jump ball being called. Goodell tied up Davis. And the possession arrows in favor of Glenwood City. Ball comes in to McCarthy, to Kurtz. Still in the backcourt to Schutz. Takes it down the left side. Feeds it along the baseline and to Davis, who puts it up and in.
Colfax can play for one.
Goodell with it on the right. Back out to Best between the circles. Schutz knocks it away, but Best gets it back. Over to Goodell, back to Best. Schutz this time knocks it away, and she keeps it. And down the floor goes Schutz, and she puts it in. 38-14, Vikings on top. Best with it. Gets it over, in and out at the buzzer. Bovey almost got a buzzer beater there at halftime. So we have reached halftime, and that means we have Viking halftime coming up. Score going into the halftime. Vikings 38, Glenwood City 14. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to get to know Emily Bertram Schofield. And she is a senior here at Colfax High School. And Emily, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
I do karate outside of school, and I'm also involved in a bunch of other clubs.
Now, when did you start playing basketball, and what has your experience been like?
I started playing basketball in 3rd grade, and honestly, it's just been super fun. I've been able to connect with people that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to connect with, and it's kind of just giving me an outlet to express myself.
So what's the most important thing you've learned from playing basketball?
Team is everything. Team is number one. Can't do anything without your team.
So when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or keep you occupied?
I love the outdoors, like to go hiking, kayaking, all that fun stuff.
Okay, now I got a few rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Any particular flavor?
Chocolate or mint chip?
Okay, all right. Your favorite color and why?
Yellow, because it reminds me of the sunrise, and the sunrise means a new day, which you get to start again.
All right. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Invisibility. I could sneak up behind the people that I'm playing against and just steal the ball from them, and they wouldn't even see me coming.
There you go. Now, with a superpower like that, you, of course, need to have a superhero name. What would yours be?
Invisigirl.
Invisigirl, okay. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
Probably the Seattle Storm.
Okay. And your favorite collegiate team?
Stanford. Women's basketball.
Okay. We're talking with Emily Bertram-Schofield, and what are your plans for after high school?
I plan to go to college and play basketball and major in exercise science and nutrition.
Outstanding. Now, how about a shout out to your family?
Hey, Mom. Hey, fam. I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for watching and supporting.
So when people watch Viking games, what position do you play?
I'm a shooting guard and number 24.
Okay. We want to thank Emily Bertram-Schofield for joining us today on Viking Profile. More Viking Halftime coming up right after this.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The Colfax Vikings athletics were brought to nearly a complete stop last week as COVID-19 reared its ugly head. The virus forced cancellation of one boys basketball game and the postponement of one other boys game and two girls games. The only team in action last week, once the virus hit, was the Bloomer Colfax Raptors wrestling team. On Tuesday the 11th, the Raptors hosted the Stanley Boyd Orioles in a dual meet. The Raptors strung together pins by Luke Blanchard, Bowen Rothbauer, Ethan Rubenzer, and James McElroy en route to a 46-24 victory. Then on Saturday, the Raptors traveled to Ladysmith to wrestle in the Ladysmith Invitational. At 120 pounds, Bryson Tusho placed 8th place. Alex Poyer took 3rd at 145 pounds. At 152 pounds, Luke Blanchard won the championship with a 5-2 decision over Tommy Quinn from Cameron. Then at 160 pounds, Bowen Rothbauer followed suit by capturing the championship by pinning Josh Simon from Cumberland at 3 minutes and 34 seconds. At 170 pounds, Ethan Rubenzer took 4th place, while Ethan Nitek captured 6th at 182 pounds. Wrapping up the action for the Raptors was Brock McCann, who placed 5th at 195 pounds. The Bloomer Colfax Raptors placed 6th out of 19 teams at the Invitational. Now, prior to the virus striking, the Viking boys took on and defeated the Elevestrom Cardinals 80-49. That leaves the boys with an overall record of 5 wins and 5 losses, and a Dunn St. Croix Conference record of 2 wins and 2 losses. The boys were scheduled to play Spring Valley on Thursday as well as Somerset on Friday. However, COVID had other ideas. The game with Somerset has been canceled and will not be made up, but the game with Spring Valley will be made up on Tuesday, January 25th. The Viking girls were scheduled to take on the Elkmount Mounders on Tuesday and the Plum City Elmwood Wolves on Friday. Both games were postponed and will be made up, with the game at Elk Mound on January 22nd and the game in Plum City on February 14th. This week, the Viking basketball teams get back to a busy schedule with 4 games total. The Viking boys start the week by hosting the Elkmount Mounders on Tuesday. Then on Friday, they will travel to Elmwood to take on the Plum City Elmwood Wolves. We will have both games live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking girls will play 2 games. They will begin their week by hosting the Glenwood City Hilltoppers on Thursday, and then on Saturday they will travel to Elk Mound to make up the game with the Elk Mound Mounders. This will be a battle of the 2 teams sitting on top of the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. We are carrying both games live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Bloomer Colfax wrestlers have 2 events this week. On Thursday, the Raptors will take on the Cadott Hornets in a dual meet at Cadott High School. Then on Saturday the 22nd, the Grapplers will travel to Shell Lake for the Shell Lake Invite. Now, coming up next week, the Bloomer Colfax wrestlers will travel to Abbotsford for a dual meet as they prepare for the conference meet coming up in a couple of weeks. The Viking boys basketball team will have 2 games next week. On Tuesday the 25th, they will make up their postponed game with Spring Valley, and on Thursday the 27th, they will host the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The Viking girls are also scheduled for 2 games next week. On Tuesday the 25th, the girls will travel to Mondovi to take on the Mondovi Buffaloes, and then on Friday the 28th, the girls will travel to Durand to take on the Durand Panthers. We will carry those games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. In other school news, students will be released from school at 12:30 on Friday for teacher in-service. There will also be no morning or afternoon junior kindergarten. Friday is also the final day of the second quarter and the first semester. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School for the week of January 16th.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is second half action.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera, and we're getting ready to start the second half. Vikings on top, 38-14 over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Vikings to inbound the ball to get this second half started. And it will be Bovey to inbound it to Best. And she brings it right through the center circle. Over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. Cross-court pass over to Best on the left. Feeds it into the lane to Shipman, puts the shot up and in. 40-14, Vikings on top. Shoots with it. Feeds it over to the right side to Wagner. To Blaser between the circles. To Kurtz at the free throw line. Gets it over to the right side to Wagner, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Best. Down the floor she comes, right down the right side, feeds it underneath to Bertram Schofield, turns around in the lane, puts it up and in. (42-14), Vikings on top. Feeding it over to the left side, Hilltoppers have it, Kurtz with it. Gets it out to Wagner, high, wide, and left. To Blaser on the left wing. And we have a 5-second close guarding call. That pressure is causing some issues for the Hilltoppers. And down the floor come the Vikings. Best feeds it over to the left side. To Bovey underneath Shipman, who lays it in. Shoots with it. And she gets it over onto the left wing to Blaser, to Wagner, back out to Blaser. Still on the left side. Ball got just ripped out of her hands by Bovey. She feeds it over to Best into the lane to Barstead, and her shot is no good. And the Hilltoppers have it. Down the floor, and the pass gets intercepted by the Vikings. Barstead with it. Takes it to the free throw line, gets it out to the left side. To Bovey, puts up the three, no good. Rebound, finally controlled by Barstead, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul called on Blaser. That'll be the first foul on Glenwood City. It's also the first foul on Blaser. Wagner and Blaser take a seat. McCarthy and DeSmith came in. And a three-pointer on the way gets hit by Best. Jasmine Best with the three, 47-14. Vikings on top. Shoots with it. Gets it out to McCarthy. Now out between the circles. To DeSmith. To Shoots, circling around to the left side. Gets it down into the left corner. Now they kick it back out to Kurtz. To Shoots. She takes it up between the circles. To McCarthy, feeds into the lane to Smith. And down the floor they go with it to Bertram. Schofield lays it up, it's no good. Rebound, and it's going to be Viking ball. Last touch by the Hilltoppers. Bovey with it. Gets it to Barstead. Bovey with a reverse layup. It's no good. Put back by Shipman is no good. Second put back is no good, but she got fouled.
Good job by Colfax on the boards.
Foul was on McCarthy. It's her second personal, second team foul. Shipman's first shot is up and no good. Bounced off the front, off the back, and off the front and off. Second shot. That one's good. Nothing but net there. Shoots with it. And the pass gets picked off by Shipman, who lays it up and in. 50-14, Vikings on top. Down the floor comes Shoots. Feeds it over to the left side. Now down to the free throw line to Kurtz. Lost control. She chased it out to the left side and got it back to McCarthy between the circles. Feeds it out to DeSmith between the circles. Now to Kurtz at the elbow. Loses control, but Shoots picks it up, gets it back to Kurtz. Tries to drive, got fouled going into the lane, and they're going to get Bovey. That's Bovey's second personal, first team foul. Shoots with it. Gets it in. Passes a little bit high. Couldn't be controlled by Kurtz and goes out of bounds. Vikings will have it. Best on the dribble. Across the timeline. Takes it over to the right side. Drives to the lane. Tried to feed it up. And ran into a body there. No foul called. Either way.
Yeah,
the ball went harmlessly out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Kaylin Kurtz there for Glenwood City. Just stand her ground.
Shoots with it on the left side. Spins, moves into the lane, puts up a jumper. It's no good. Rebound. She got it back, but couldn't get the second shot off. And the Vikings come away with it. Best with it. Feeds it down underneath to Bertram. Schofield puts the shot up, no good. Rebound taken out of there finally by the Hilltoppers. Shoots with it. Feeds it over to Smith. Puts it up, no good. Or that's Davis, I'm sorry. And shot goes in. And we have a whistle and a foul. D. Smith put the shot in. Foul's going to be on Shipman. It's her second. No, take that back. Yeah, that's correct. Foul is the second on Shipman. Second team foul on the Vikings. Ariana DeSmith at the line. And her shot is good. Down the floor come the Vikings. 50-17, they're on top. Barstead with it, turn around, put it up, no good. Rebound taken away by Davis. Pass gets stolen by Barstead. She tries to go up with it and got fouled, and she's going to go to the line for two.
Kendall Schutz on the foul.
It's her third. Vikings about to do a hockey line change here. First shot is up, it's good. So 4 out of the 5 are going to come in. Hajdukovic, Goodell, Hydorn, and J.C. Bovee are in. Ainsley Olsen waiting for Barstead's second shot. It's up. Off the back of the iron, no good. And down the floor comes Schutz on the left side. Or check that, that's the right side. Feeds it down underneath to Smith. The shot is no good. Or that's Davis. And down the floor now comes Barstead. And she got called for the travel. She tried to pull up and pass it into the lane and drag that pivot foot a little bit. So Olsen now into the lineup. Hilltoppers with Schutz through the center circle. To McCarthy on the right. To Kurtz at the top of the key. Over to the left side to Schutz. To Davis. Turns around at the elbow, tries to put it up, and it got blocked on its way up. Out of bounds. Glenwood City has it. Vikings lead 51-17. Schutz feeds it to DeSmith, puts the shot up, it's no good. J.C. Bovee with the rebound. Gets it to Hydorn, who brings it down the floor over to Bovee. To Goodell, from the corner, puts up the three, no good. Rebound chased down by J.C. Bovee. Gets it out to Goodell, over to Olsen on the right corner. To Goodell, high, wide, and right. Now they swing it around to the left side. Hajdukovic underneath, back out to J.C. To Goodell from three. Shot is no good. And down the floor come the Hilltoppers. Shoots with it. Gets it to McCarthy in the lane. Feeds it out to Kurtz. Back to McCarthy. And
should have fallen on Goodell. Am I right?
That'll be her first. Third team foul on the Vikings. Davis goes out. Long pass comes in, tipped away by Hajdukovic, but chased down by DeSmith. Pass over to Schutz, almost intercepted by Olsen, but Schutz has it. She takes it down the left side. Feeds it over to Wagner. Then they get it out high. The pass gets tipped, but it was last tipped by the Hilltoppers and went out of bounds. So the Vikings will have it. Olsen gets it into Hydorn. Hydorn across the timeline. Kicks it out on the left side. Goodell hits a three. Jenna Goodell with a three-pointer. Hilltoppers have it on the left side. McCarthy with it to Kurtz. And down to DeSmith. Turns around, puts it up, and going to get a foul called on Hajdukovic. Oh, I guess it's on Olsen. It's the second foul on Olsen. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. First shot is good by DeSmith. Second shot rattles in and out. Olsen with the rebound. Hydorn to bring it down the floor. Feeding it over to the right side to Bovee. That's J.C. Bovee. To Hydorn. To Goodell. To Bovee from three. Rattles around and off. Olsen with the putback, and she got it. Ainsley Olsen with the putback.
Her first two.
56-18. Shoots, puts it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Olsen. She got it to Hydorn, and Hydorn quickly down the floor. Hydorn takes it all the way down to the right corner, gets it out to Goodell. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Bovey with the rebound, puts a shot up. Shot's good, and a foul. Foul's on Wagner. It's her third. It's a fourth team foul. Free throw is up and good. 59-18, Vikings on top. Glenwood City with it. Shoots with it, takes it over to the right side, feeds it to McCarthy, puts up a shot, no good. Kurtz with the putback, no good. Olsen with the rebound. Hydorn across the timeline, takes it to the right side. To Goodell, back out to Hydorn. To Bovey, back to Hydorn. To Goodell, back to Hydorn. Into the lane, down to Olsen, puts it up. She got fouled on the way up. Ball did not go through, but she got fouled, and she's going to go to the line.
Yeah, good ball movement by Colfax.
Ariana DeSmith with the foul, her second. First shot is no good. Off the front of the iron. Jada Anderson checking into the lineup for Hydorn. Olsen's second shot, that one's all net. Couple of substitutions for Glenwood City. The other Blaser sister is in. This is Morgan Blaser. Shoots with it, gets it over to McCarthy on the right. Back out to Blaser. This is the other Blaser. This is Michaela. Michaela's been the one that's been in the game. Turnaround jumper by Wagner is no good. Rebound chased down by Schutz. Her shot is no good. And coming away with it is Goodell for the Vikings. Bovey brings it down the floor. Gets it over to Anderson. Back over to Bovey. Back to Anderson. Now down into the left corner to Goodell. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Tries to get the shot off. Lost control. Olsen picked it up. Got it out to Bovey, who put it up and in from three.
J.C. Bovey with 6.
And down the floor come the Hilltoppers. McCarthy fakes the shot. Feeds it down underneath to Michaela Blaser. And the rebound comes down to Anderson. Coming down the floor, solo flight, puts it up and in. Jada Anderson with her first 2 points of the night. 65-18. They feed it into the lane, gets tapped away by Anderson. Hilltoppers have it. On the right side, Michaela Blaser feeds it underneath the Schutz, and she puts it up and got fouled on the way up. We are, by the way, in running time.
I didn't see who the fouls are.
The foul was on J.C. Bovey. That's Bovey's first. Hydorn into the lineup. Olsen takes a seat. Second shot is up and in. 65-19, 8 minutes to go. They feed it over to Bovey. Over to the left side to Hydorn, back out high to Bovey. To Goodell, back out to Hydorn. Over to Bovey, to Goodell on the right. To Bovey between the circles, drives into the lane, puts a shot up, she hit it! J.C. Bovey with 8.
She's got the hot hand.
67-19, Vikings on top. McCarthy with it on the right side for the Hilltoppers. Feeds it into the lane. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. The foul is going to be on Bovey. That's her second. 6th foul on the Vikings. They feed it in to Wagner. Her shot's no good. Rebound by Hajdukovic. Down the floor comes Hydorn. Hydorn feeds it to Hajdukovic, to Anderson underneath, and she lays it in. Jada Anderson with 4 points. McCarthy with it. They got it on the right side. Michaela Blaser to McCarthy. Pass is uncontrollable by the Hilltoppers. Vikings have it. They feed it over to Hydorn, who lays it up and in. 71-19. Shoots with it, puts the shot up. It's no good, but she traveled before she put the shot up. Olsen comes into the lineup for Hajdukovic. And several players come in for the Hilltoppers. Hydorn with it. Feeds it over to the right side, Goodell. Back out to Hydorn, to Bovey. Back to Hydorn between the circles. Feeds it down into the lane. They give it to Olsen, but it gets batted away and picked up by the Hilltoppers. 5:40 to go. Down on the left side. And now they feed it over to the right side. DeSmith puts up the three, and she hit it. Ariana DeSmith.
She's got 9.
And down the floor come the Vikings. They get it over to the right side to Goodell. To Hydorn, to Olsen in the paint. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound put back by Anderson is no good. And the Hilltoppers come down. Shoots with it. Then they get it off. And the shot didn't hit anything other than the far wall, so it's out of bounds. Vikings will have it. That shot was by Michaela Blaser. And we have a jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of the Hilltoppers. Little confusion there. Vikings thought they were going to get the ball, but nope, it was Glenwood City's ball. Michaela Blaser gets it to Schutz. Over to DeSmith. Back over to Blaser. Loses the handle, but chases it down. Feeds into the lane to DeSmith. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken down by Anderson for the Vikings. And down the floor they come with Hydorn on the dribble. Takes it down the left side of the lane. Feeds it back out to Anderson, to Olsen from 3. Nothing but air. So it's out of bounds to the Hilltoppers. And Schutz wasn't expecting the inbound pass, and it went right past her head. So it'll be Viking ball. J.C. Bovey to inbound. Gets it to Olsen, turns, jumps, puts it up off the iron, no good. Rebound being fought for on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball called.
Yeah, good hustle by Jada Anderson for Colfax. Get the jump ball.
You can see a little frustration on the part of Kendall Schutz. Shot goes up for the Vikings, blocked, no good. Schutz has it, she's coming down hard on the right side, pulls up a jumper, it's no good. Rebound put back up and in by Davis. 71-24. Vikings with it. Feeding it into the lane, misconnected on the pass, and Glenwood City has it. Shoots on the dribble on the right side. Feeding it down into the paint, and it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Glenwood City ball. 2.5 minutes are remaining in this. Inbound pass to Michaela Blaser. Drives down the right side of the lane and lays it up. It does not go in. Davis tries to get the rebound, gets tied up. And we're going to get a foul on J.C. Bovey. It's her third. And it's going to put Davis on the line for the 1-and-1. First shot on the way. That one's good. Second shot is up and it's good. 71-26, Vikings on top. Down the floor they come. On the right side, Goodell with it. Takes it out to the top of the key. Gets it to Anderson. On the left, takes it into the lane. Puts a shot up. It's no good. And rebound taken down by the Hilltoppers. Shoots with it. We're under a minute to go. Shoots, turns, takes it into the paint. Puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound by Glenwood City. They get it over to Davis, and she puts it in.
We'll see if Colfax holds for one here.
35 seconds. Olsen has it, high, wide, and left. Feeds it over to Goodell on the right. Back out high to Hydorn. To Bovey. To Olsen. And she got fouled.
Kind of took a little crack in the head. Knocked the cobwebs off.
And the clock keeps running, so and there's the buzzer. So your final score, Vikings 71, Glenwood City Hilltoppers 28. And it was a get the rust off game for the Vikings, which is kind of what we thought it was going to be. And I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about this during Viking postgame, and we're going to have that coming up in just a few minutes. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
January is Financial Wellness Month. Weight loss and physical fitness are common New Year's resolutions, but your finances could probably stand to be leaner as well. Dairy State Bank will post tips all month on Facebook and Twitter to help you get your finances in shape. You can also access a library of information anytime in our online education center. Visit DairyStateBank.com and click on the Education Center under the Resources tab. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give you bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go.
Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And welcome back to Colfax High School, where the Vikings have defeated the Glenwood City Hilltoppers 71-78. And we've got Coach Sarar coming up in just a minute or two. She should be here fairly shortly. And Dan was getting out of the way to make room for her, but she got waylaid down there. But it was a good thing that the Vikings had this game, because they were able to get a little bit of the rust knocked off. And okay, here comes Coach Sarar as we speak. Yeah, I got to make sure I get enough cords here for her. There we go. Well, congratulations, Coach Sarar. It was kind of what we were talking about earlier on Coach's Corner. That, but you know, you can't do anything about who's scheduled to play you. And actually, it was a fortunate thing. You got a chance to. You could tell early in the game these girls had a little rust they had to work off.
Yeah, I think, defensively we were sound all game. We just struggled to score points right away. But, like I said, I knew, eventually the ball was going to find the basket, and I know we're going to face a lot more adversity on Saturday than we did tonight. So I was, they hung with it fine, and nobody hung their head. And, by the end of the night we had 70-some points. So.
And, yeah, they struggled a little bit in the first part of the first half, and you could see the tide start to turn as soon as it did. But against a team like what's coming up on Saturday, they're not going to survive that. And so this gave them a good chance to find their range under competition and do the things that, because it's different when you've got the other colored shirts out there on the floor with you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our defense was there all night long. We weren't putting the ball in the basket, but our defense can, let us hang with anybody. And if we play defense like we did tonight on Saturday, it's, we'll be fine. So even if we don't score right away, I think, we can hang with things and, just kind of wait for that, tide to turn. And it, like you said, it did. And then, we had no issues scoring.
6-0 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. This is just about where you wanted to be at this point, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're first place in the conference, and that's, we'd take that every day of the week. So
it sure looks like. I haven't heard any scores from the Plum City Elmwood against Elk Mound game tonight, but sure looks like it's very likely both teams are going to go into that game undefeated in the conference. We'll have a chance to talk about it a little bit more right before the game, but your initial thoughts about that one, and the simple fact that you've got two undefeated teams sitting at top of the conference. It's a crosstown rivalry. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. I think both teams are, excited to finally have the chance to play after the postponement, and I know we'll come ready, and I know Jordan does a great job with those girls as well. So it should be a fun game.
Well, congratulations on tonight's win, 71-28 over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, 6-0 in the Dun St. Croix Conference. Is it 14-1 or is it 13-1? I lost track. Sure. as long as that second number doesn't get any bigger than 1, we're good.
Right.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we have more Viking post game coming up right after this.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Saturday, January 22nd when the Vikings make up their game at the Elk Mound Mounders, originally scheduled for January 11. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 4:35 p.m. That's like Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Saturday, January 22nd.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings just came out on top, 71-28 over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. And Dan, you've got some numbers for us telling us how we got to those scores.
Yeah, here's the scores for Glenwood City tonight. They're led by number 52, Isabel Davis, with 10 points, followed by Ariana DeSmith with 9. We had Kaylin Kurtz with 4, Kendall Schutz with 3, and Micaiah Blaser with 2. For the Colfax Vikings, another week where there is a whole pile of girls that got playtime and points. And if I look at this, the only girl that did not get in the game tonight was the only one that did not score. Oh, yeah. There's 2 girls that didn't get playtime. So here's your leader tonight. It was number 42, McKenna Shipman, with 21 points, followed by Maddie Barstad with 10. Then we had a bunch of girls with single digits. So we had J.C. Bovey with 8, Emily Bircham Schofield with 7, Jeanette Hajdukovic with 6, Jillian Bovey with 4, Ainsley Olsen with 3, Jasmine Best with 3, Janelle Goodell with 3, Jenna Goodell, Molly Hoydorn with 2. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 girls with points tonight for Colfax.
I think that might be a new high for them, too, to put 11 girls with points on the board. So, yeah, they spread the scoring around, and yet, as Coach was saying, it was a Viking defense.
Yeah.
It was that stifling defense that they play, and they're going to need to bring all of that on Saturday.
Yeah, second half defensive pressure and free throws. They made lots of free throws tonight, which is important down the road.
Yes, it is. And I'll tell you what, I am really looking forward to this game on Saturday because, it's going to be for who's got bragging rights right now in the conference, who's in the driver's seat. And it's a pretty critical game. They will get a rematch later this year, but this is the one that's pretty critical. And
so Elk Mound is no slouch of a team. Colfax has to be ready for this one.
So, and want to remind you again that we're going to have that game Saturday as the Viking girls travel to Elk Mound to take on the Mounders. This is the battle for first place in the Dun St. Croix Conference. It's also the makeup for the game that was canceled due to COVID last week. It was supposed to be on the 11th, and so now it's going to be on the 22nd. And Viking pregame is going to start in that game at 4:35 late afternoon, and that's so that the actual opening tip-off is scheduled for 5 o'clock. Our live play-by-play coverage will start at about 4:50, 4:55, somewhere in there. But that's both schools got together and said, a lot of people are going to want to get home and see that football game with that team that wears the green and gold uniforms. I think you know who I mean.
I think it's the same team I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And see if they can show those West Coasters what playing in the cold is all about. But that's a whole different story. And so anyway, but bear in mind the start time for everything has been moved up. 4:35 is Viking pregame right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, hey, we got more basketball coming up before that. Tomorrow night, the Viking boys are going to travel over to Elmwood High School to take on the Plum City Elmwood Wolves. That'll be a Dunn St. Croix Conference game. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame. That one starts at 6:55, and that'll be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Colfax boys basketball tomorrow night on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, the Bloomer Colfax Wrestling Raptors will be in action tomorrow when they travel to Shell Lake to compete in the Shell Lake Invite. And actually, that's not tomorrow. That's on Saturday. They'll be at the Shell Lake Invite up in Shell Lake, Wisconsin. So that's also coming up for the Bloomer Colfax Raptors. Say tonight's Colfax High School basketball game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridges, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron's Custom Baling, FitFam Nutrition of Colfax, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Dan Petschow and Jeff Gus, this is Rick Olson. Final score once again, Vikings 71, Glenwood City Hilltoppers 6. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.